We lobby at the UN every year on the Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons, CCW, and we're lobbying for a global moratorium on the deployment, testing and use of lethal autonomous weapons systems. Every year we go, we make small incremental progress of countries who sign up behind the banner. We have a hell of a long way to go, but we're making slow but steady progress. And the cause isn't without hope. It wasn't that long ago that there were conventions launched against landmines, and it's the Landmine Initiative that gives us hope to carry on plugging away to try and get this convention passed. Because as far as I'm concerned, there are certain risks that we really need to be worried about. And lethal autonomous weapon systems, we've got to switch out thinking these are just science fiction. These, in my opinion, are genuinely existential risks to you or I or our children's survival on the planet. And I just want to add another small anecdote. Some of you might have heard of an exercise that happened in Europe in the mid-80s called Operation Able Archer. In my opinion, it was the closest the world's ever been to all-out nuclear war between the Soviet Union and the United States. Basically, without going in to give you a shortened version of what happened, there was a time of heightened Soviet tension with the Soviet Union and the West, and the Soviet Union were getting fed a lot of dodgy intelligence that the West were preparing for a first strike on the Soviet Union. Against that dodgy backdrop, there were some faulty sensor readings and faulty intelligence readings which led the Soviet early warning system to suggest there was a massive first strike from America going towards the Soviet Union then. And there was a big red button, effectively, that one general had to press, which was going to launch an immediate counterstrike. Had he pressed that button, then I'm sure we wouldn't be sitting here talking today. And it was only the fact that a human there was in the loop, and he, bless him, and he did not get thanked for this by many people, by the way, he used his human intelligence to think, well, actually, I don't really think the Americans are actually going to launch an all-out military strike on the Soviet Union, and I'm not going to press that button. An act, I believe, he got disciplined for, and I understand there's been a film since made of this entire incident, which I urge you to check out if you haven't already. But that's, I think, a great example of where having a human in the loop stopped a system escalating that would have resulted in massive thermonuclear war across the globe.